A little bit of the bark left in from the last, the 5-liter bucket that I just did. And so I'm just going to use a little bit of that and put some sphagnum moss in and prepare the sort of part of the mixture that's going to be in the right contact with the leca. Because I want that to have one moss in it to wake up the leca. Because obviously, not to wake up the leca, but to wake up the water from the leca. Because bark is not really in the mixture for that. The bark is in the mixture, at least in my mixtures, to prevent the sphagnum moss from waking up water or to keep it drier. So what the bark is going to do is basically going to get in between the moss, and it's going to prevent a barrier from either two moss strands transferring water in between themselves, or from, in this case, when you cut it up, from the moss strands, or I mean, I guess any kind of moss strands, transmitting water in between them. So it's going to keep them more drier, basically. Obviously, if you put in less bark, it's going to make it a wetter mix because there's going to be more sphagnum in there. Hopefully it just doesn't fall out. There we go. And so you want to cut up, if you're going to cut up the moss, you're going to want to do it while it's dry, because it's just going to be a lot harder to do it while it's wet. And you can rip it up as you saw me do earlier, but cutting it up is a little easier. But I mean, ripping it up gives you kind of, I feel like it gives you more control over how big you make the strands. And see, I put the end of the bag in here. It's kind of like a bag of cereal. It's got all the bits at the end. And you don't want these in here, or at least I don't, because it's just going to get into the little pockets that you want there. It's going to get into the air spaces, basically. And that's going to make it a wetter mix. And even though my Zygonisias can handle that, that's not what I want, especially during winter. But I'm trying to make this a year-round mix, but I feel like the way I'm making this mix is going to give me some versatility as far as my watering options. And there you go. This is the porosity or the bark to moss ratio that I have right here. I think it's less, but with this one I'm not so worried because it's not a big pot. I'm not so worried about there being more or less moss in the pot. I don't know what this root's doing. I kind of want to put some medium over it, but I think that's going to be a little wonky. Well, I think it's working. Okay. Oop. Okay, I'm just kind of compressing the medium. I think this one I'm going to have to stake. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to stake this one. But also, let me cut these leaves so that's going to make it a little bit easier to keep it upright, because the leaves are pretty, there's a lot of them and they're pretty heavy. I'm just going to sweep them up later then. Okay, that made it a little bit easier. Okay. I'm just gonna get a stake. Okay. See, this one I'm nervous about because this is a new growth, and I don't want to like strangle it, but I think I'll just. Let's see. Oh, that is a terrible placement of the growth. I just noticed that. Ooh. Anyways. Wow, I just realized that the new growth is right here, right next to the... I'm just going to take these older bulbs and just take them off because I don't want them to be sources of rot, and they're pretty low down in the pot. Like they're like right over here. They're like right here, and the other two are like down here in the pot, so it was really not going to be good. Even though I haven't had any issues with these rotting off, like none of the bulbs have rotted off since I've had it, but I just don't want to test fate. And I think that's going to be the last one I take off. Actually, I don't even need a stake now that I potted it better. Yes, I do. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. Bamboo skewer. Twist tie. Here we are. Oop. Here we are. So I have 1 quart, and where's my little, oh, there it is. So here I like to do the holes at 4 ounces on the 1 quart. I don't know if you could see that actually, but the holes are at the 4 ounce on the 1 quarts. And I really like these because they're clear, so you can kind of see the roots, but they're not like super clear, so they don't, in my experience, they don't, it's a little bit harder for the algae to grow in these pots. I mean, it's obviously they can still get a little bit of light, but I generally find that these have less issues with algae, although they're not impervious to having algae issues because they're clear. And see, this is how I like to have the leca. Actually, it's kind of a little bit too much. I like to have it above the holes where it's going to come out, so it's the organic material is never going to be in contact, direct contact with the water. And in this case, I'm going to have the roots in direct contact with the leca because I'm rethinking this now, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm kind of thinking that I should put this in a bigger pot. I kind of want to put it in this one, to be honest. Yeah, I do. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that instead, because this one just doesn't have enough room for the roots. Does it? I mean, it could, but it's gonna grow. Yeah, I'm gonna do this bigger one. Okay, there we go. Ooh. Okay. Actually, this is so wobbly, I need to take this. Okay. Where did I put my twist tie? Okay, we're almost done with this repotting at like an hour and 15 minutes. Usually repottings do not take this long, but because I had not basically done a proper repot since I bought it, it was a lot. But usually they take about 30 minutes. So this is how I do the holes for the solo cups. So you'll notice that there are these ridges along the line right here, and basically I do every other basically 3 holes around the edge, and you'll kind of see. But this makes it easy to make sure that they're all equidistant from each other. And so it's not really any guesswork, so you have a little bit more even drainage from the bottom. But these are just to allow the water to flow into this outer cup. So if I need to, I can pour it out. Okay, I just realized that I didn't save any leca for this one. Let me go check if I have some. I think I have a little bit left. Okay, and I sure as it's about to be sunset, I do not have any leca left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put full bark on the bottom. And I'm not going to treat it like semi-hydro. I'm going to leave little to no water in the bottom right here. Every time I water it, I'm just gonna let it drain out and then pour it out, because I don't want to leave the bark too wet. Okay, and here is the little baby. So these are my divisions. I'm probably going to sell this one when it puts out a couple new growths and gets established, and I might even sell this one as well, or I might just gift it to a friend or something. Hey, you can kind of see the different sizes and how the size of pots that I like to use. Obviously for the different sized divisions. Anyways, thank you for watching. I think the sun is like literally about to set and I have hummingbirds chirping at me because I am by their food. So I'll see you later. Bye.